Listen, Bruno, we have to talk to you about the captaincy and leadership. You know, you've been questioned. You've had some vocal critics in the last couple of weeks. How much does that hurt you, or does it motivate you?
Obviously, I know you're talking about Roy Keane.
If you don't rate Bruno Fernandes, then you're either blind or just straight up biased. Because I'm sorry, but at this point, not rating Bruno is like saying you don't rate Prime Ronaldo because he shoots too much. And the funniest thing is, Bruno Fernandes is still one of the most misunderstood footballers in world football. He's either called a hero or he's called a problem. There's no in between.
And a fit Bruno Fernandes. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Cole Palmer.
Are you?
He'll be better than Bruno Fernandes when his career's over. Tell you that for nothing. Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes is at the top every season.
He don't get in the best 11 this season.
What? Who's better than him?
He's
Who's better than him, number 10, in this season?
Foden.
But a big decision he's made. Who's made captain? Bruno Fernandes should not be a captain.
I would definitely take the captaincy off him, 100%. I know it's a big decision. Fernandes is not captain material.
Mindset of Bruno Fernandes is so discombobulated it's embarrassing. Embarrassment. What an embarrassment to a professional footballer.
But what really makes Bruno special? What makes him frustrating? And why is it that under Michael Carrick, he's quietly turning into the most dangerous player in the Premier League? And there's one rare quality Bruno has, a kind of football superpower that explains everything about him. And we'll get into that later, so make sure you keep watching. Bruno Fernandes has spent his entire Manchester United career being asked to do the impossible. He arrived in January 2020 and immediately became the guy who had to fix everything. Not just the creativity, not just the goals, but the entire identity of the club. And from day one, Bruno was basically told, right Bruno, welcome to Manchester United. You are now responsible for saving the biggest club in England. Good luck. And to be fair, he kinda did it. Because without Bruno, that post-Ferguson era gets even darker than it already was. And that's saying something. He was producing numbers instantly. Goals, assists, chances created, carrying the team week after week, and he did it while playing with about 5 different versions of Manchester United. He's played with the counter-attack and vibes era. He's played with the we don't even know what the plan is era. And yet Bruno has been the constant, but people still act like he's the problem.
Back from Bruno again, another cross.
Bruno man of the match, are they having a laugh? Are they really giving Bruno man of the match? That's a joke.
Wallahi, you are the captain of the football club and you are a disgrace, mate. Bruno Fernandes today, embarrassing.
His whinging, his moaning, his throwing his arms up in the air constantly. It really isn't acceptable.
Bruno has had to deal with years of pundits calling him a whiner, a moaner, a complainer. And yes, Bruno does complain, but so does literally every footballer on earth. The only difference is Bruno complains like he's got a microphone on. He's like that one guy in Sunday League who argues with the ref even though the ref is just a 45-year-old dad named Steve who wanted a peaceful weekend. But here's the thing. Bruno complains because he cares, because he expects standards, and United have lacked demanding leaders for years. So if the worst thing Bruno does is shout at teammates and wave his arms around, then I'm sorry, but that's not a crime. If anything, it's refreshing, because I'd rather have a captain who's angry when we're losing than one who looks like he's already booked his holiday to Ibiza. Now let's just be real for a second. Bruno Fernandes is not perfect, and this is where the Bruno debates get interesting because the criticisms aren't completely made up. Bruno does have flaws. For starters, he seems to spam the ball a lot. He plays passes like he's got 5 seconds left in a FIFA match and he's down 2-1. Sometimes he's trying Hollywood passes every 2 minutes, like he's auditioning for a YouTube compilation. And yes, sometimes he gives the ball away cheaply. Another issue, he leaves his position. Bruno will start as a number 10, and 5 minutes later, you find him at left back tackling someone like he's prime Maldini. And you're thinking, Bruno, I respect the passion, but why are you there? He can be chaotic at times, and there's games where it looks like Bruno's trying to win the match alone because he doesn't trust the team around him. But here's the key point. That chaos can hurt United when he loses the ball deep in the midfield. But under Michael Carrick, he's pushed Bruno higher up the pitch. So now when Bruno tries a risky pass and loses it, it doesn't immediately turn into a goal conceded. Carrick is basically saying, Bruno, I want your chaos, but I want it in the right areas. And that is elite coaching. Because Bruno's risk-taking is not a weakness, it's an asset. You just need to aim it properly. And this season, Bruno Fernandes has been on another level. Not just in moments, not just in patches, but consistently. He looks sharper, fitter, and more focused. His decision-making has improved, his leadership has matured, and his influence is undeniable, and the stats back it up. Following his strike in Manchester United's 2-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur, Fernandes now has 18 Premier League goal involvements this season. That's 6 goals and 12 assists, and he's now reached 200 goal involvements for Manchester United in all competitions since joining in January 2020. That is ridiculous. And now we're entering territory where Bruno could genuinely challenge history, because there's an outside chance that Bruno could eclipse the Premier League assist record of 20 assists in one season, set by Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. Now, will he break it? It's not guaranteed, but the fact we're even having this conversation tells you everything. Now let's talk about that superpower, because this is what separates Bruno Fernandes from most midfielders, and it's why he looks so reckless at times. Bruno Fernandes doesn't react to what's happening, he acts on what should happen next. Bruno plays football like he's already seen the next 3 moves. He doesn't pass to where you are, he passes to where you should be. And that is why his passes look insane sometimes, because he's not passing to reality, he's passing to possibility, he's passing to the future. And if his teammates aren't on the same wavelength, they look shocked, like, wait, why did you pass it there? His vision is so fast that it can make other players look slow. And that's why, when you watch him properly, you realize that this guy isn't just a creator, he's a football brain. So when people say Bruno Fernandes is too risky or too emotional, I just laugh. And if you still don't rate Bruno Fernandes, I'm not saying you don't know football, but I am saying you might be watching it with the brightness turned down. And if he keeps playing like this, we might not just be talking about a good season, we might be talking about a historic one. And the scariest part, he still hasn't peaked.